Got 1.6 acres. I'm going to walk you through here today. This is located near Bayfield, Colorado, in La Plata County. Really a cool part of the country. I believe it's next to what's called the Valencito Reservoir here. Pretty cool area, actually. Elk Point Lodge. You can kind of see photos on Google Maps and things like that. I don't want to get too far carried away, but in this video, I'm going to cover a lot of common questions. I'm going to talk about utilities, how you can go access a property on your own, show you where the property is located and all that good stuff. So just kind of getting back to this listing, I'm going to browse through some of the photos, giving you an idea of where our property is located at. You can see the reservoir in the distance right there. It's a fun neighborhood. People are riding around on quads, pull a camper up, do a tiny home, build a cabin. There's a lot you can do out here. It's a pretty sought after part of the country in southern Colorado, and like I said, I'll show you where it's located here on the map in just a second. Our property is right here in Vallecito, if I'm pronouncing that right, just south of Telluride, Colorado, Silverton, in the San Juan National Forest area. You're close to Durango, you're close to Bayfield, Pagosa Springs. So really a cool property location. You've got RV cabins up here and things like that. So clearly, your target audience is coming out here to vacation, enjoy the amenities out here, fishing, hunting, recreation, paddling, things like that. So, it's a beautiful part of the country. You can see there's a really high demand. And we'll get into some of the common questions, talk about the zoning of the property, what's possible, target audience, and all that good stuff. The reason I'm showing you some of this stuff is it gives you an idea of what does this area look like? What is it all about? Why are people going up here? Why is this popular, right? You can learn so much from the comfort of your computer, just understanding these properties like this. And this is a desirable area to be in. There's not a lot of private land ownership that's actually available up here. So having your own spot's pretty valuable to be in this neck of the woods. So I want to click through some of these photos and keep going here. This isn't legal advice, starting with a quick disclaimer. This is not legal advice. It's not real estate advice. I'm simply sharing my thoughts and opinions with you on this property today through my own due diligence and through my 10 plus years experience in the industry. So I'll try to share with you everything I know about it. You can see easy road access back here. These roads are maintained really well. You've got power running right by the property. Everybody's got power out here. That's not going to be an issue. When it comes to utilities, I believe it's going to be a septic and well out here. Power's at the street. It's provided by La Plata Electric Association. There is central sewer actually available through Upper Valley Sanitation. Confirm with them, obviously. For well depth in the area, it's usually around 38 to 100 feet based on completed well construction of nearby properties. And then I even link you a map of these well logs right here that you can look for yourself and see where other people's wells are. So, covering first and foremost utilities of the property, power is going to be no issue. You can hook into sewer. Well depth is really not an issue either. So pretty easy spot to develop. Camping is allowed temporarily up to 90 days on vacant properties in La Plata County. That's awesome. Like I said, the summer months, bring your camper up here, bring your RV. You don't need to build and dump a bunch of money into this property to start using it, to enjoy the location, to enjoy land ownership, right? So those are things to think about too. Like these properties offer real tangible investments. I'm bullish on the asset. I think there's a land rush happening that isn't talked about enough. And this is a pretty nice property right here. Let's talk a little bit more about the zoning. It's not zoned, speaking of that. It's in the Los Animas Valley District. So this is just kind of their feedback. It's like, you can read more about the zoning information on the county's website here. General provisions, things like that. If you have specific questions, give the county a call or just give me a call. I also have this listed with a realtor. I can get you guys in touch with a realtor too if that's something that you want to meet somebody in Durango, go drive up to the property, things like that. I do have somebody who can walk you to the property, hold your hand and things like that. So just get with me if you are interested in working with a realtor. Otherwise, you can work directly with our company, Wilco Lands, on this property. Again, kind of talking about the description of the property, kind of talked about the zoning. You can read more about it here. There's a Ponderosa Circle Owners Association, nothing restrictive, basically road maintenance and things like that. I've got the documents for anybody interested in reviewing those, and I can probably even pull those up right now while we're in this video. First thing I want to do is try to show you this property on satellite imagery and see what it looks like here so you can get a bird's eye view. You can see our property is located right here. It's got an existing driveway almost, it looks like here. It's got a ton of space. You're going to be able to build probably on this side or this side. there's going to be plenty of space to build over here or over here on each of those roads, and there's homes built all around. So like I said, this is a pretty straightforward land investment for the most part. Get on Zillow, look at comparable sales. I think we're offering a really attractive price for this listing out here. So last thing I want to talk about is maybe, see if I have any other documents I can pull up on this property for you. Real quick, give me a second to pull through my records if you want to stay in this call. I can pull that up. Like I said, I can pull up Zillow at the end of this listing to show you some value in this land investment. Something about us, we're in the business of moving land fast. If you are interested in a deal like this, we can offer some seller financing depending on the property. And we're always willing to get a deal done, right? How do you buy and sell fast? We got to give good deals out in the market. So the goal of the deal is for both sides to walk away happy, feeling like they're getting a good deal, right? Especially in a market like we're in right now. The previous owner, I'm just looking at notes telling me the HOA is defunct, it doesn't matter, things like that. I'm just kind of looking through some of the documents here I have on the property. I don't see any restrictions around camping. And again, let me see if I've got any additional documents I can pull over on this screen for you. Got a plat map I can show you. And we'll add some of this to the website too if you're watching this now. And some covenants here. Like I said, the previous owner told me it's defunct, but here's your covenants that were from 98. I do see that a lot. Talk to the neighbors. I mean, if you go out and view the property, talk to the neighbors, see if this is a legit thing. They want residential dwellings, 600 square feet, no manufactured home unless it meets requirements in 1.1. So yeah, lot owners may reside in a travel trailer or motor home for less than 90 days during any calendar year. So again, no multifamily. This is super, super basic. These are covenants that are really not much at all. There's no restrictions. Like I said, you've got 90 days to park your camper out here. This is a sweet spot for a long-term land investment to park your camper, start getting some real tangible use out of it. If you want to build a cabin in a decade, build a cabin in a decade, right? There's no time frame to what you want to do with the property. The only place you don't want to build is where this riverine is running through. Like I said, we can kind of measure that out, but there's a lot of space on this side of the property, and there's a ton of space right here in the green. You can see everybody's built in that green section right there. This is probably your best spot to build. And I can kind of draw that out for you to help you understand how much acreage that's going to be, to give you a better feel of that. I'd say, looking at that ravine, I think it's about right there. Looking at that, you've got at least a half an acre of usable space and a huge buffer in your backyard. And you've got this side of the property too. So like I said, pretty straightforward land investment here. If you have any questions, get with our team. I've got more land deals, I believe, in Colorado right now. We're in Montana, Wyoming, a lot of different states. You can take a peek at the website. I've got a cool deal in Montana right now. And then again, looking at Colorado, this might be my only one at the moment. I should be bringing out a 5 acre. I've got a 1/4 acre that's actually a really cool land deal down in South Fork, Colorado. You can do multifamily on that. You could do storage units and things like that. So this actually has a lot of value. I like this 1/4 acre in South Fork too, just to the south of this property. So get with us if you have questions. You can reach me here at 605-299-5553. Thanks for tuning in.